6 years ago was when you got diagnosed, right?
Yes, my doctor was calling me and he said, you know, you have a tumor. And I said, make it a double, because breast cancer runs like a river in my family. He took 19 lymph nodes from my left armpit and 3 from my right. You think American Horror Story is scary? You should have been in that room with me. I was screaming, yelling, and then I heard this little social worker say, now just take a breath, take 2 deep breaths. And I was just like, I looked at her like, get the out of here, lady, and I just left. Because I thought, none of these people understand what this is, what it means to me, you know, why this is so devastating.
Well, that was Academy Award-winning actor Kathy Bates discussing her struggle with cancer on my upcoming podcast, Fill in the Blanks. Now, when you got this news, this had to be a real rattling thing for you, right? I mean, this came out of the blue. You didn't expect this. You had had problems in your family, and you had had problems before,
right,
but not this way.
Right, I had ovarian in 2003. I was so lucky to catch that early. I wasn't feeling well in my tummy, and so I thought, oh no, is this ovarian again? And I went in for a scan, and they found a tumor in my left breast. I have a wonderful oncologist who saw me through ovarian, Barry Rosenblum, and he called me on the phone. He said, you've got cancer. And I said, well, take them both off then, because, you know, I don't want to have to fool with it. So they did, and I was very nervous about getting something called lymphedema. I had had a boyfriend at the time who had it in his left arm, and it was in the worst stage. And his arm hung down because the fluid was very heavy in his arm, and his skin was really like wood, and very, very tender to the touch, and sometimes lymph would ooze from his skin. And so I was absolutely terrified. Sure enough, in the hospital, I started feeling these weird things and almost like little lightning of pain, and I didn't know if that was it or not, but shortly after that, my arm started to swell, and I knew that was it.
Your reaction post-op was not good.
No,
emotionally, you reacted badly.
It really wasn't. Yeah, it was a bad time for me. It really was.
When we were talking earlier, I asked you if you feel this is all behind you now, as far as the cancer is concerned.
We never know, and I don't dwell on it. I feel so grateful, and as I said, this has been a great time for me, and people say this, but it is very true, and I think any of us who've been through a trauma like that and have come through it are grateful for every moment that we have, every connection that we have. I just feel that there's a little bit of God in each of us, and when we come together, that makes it bigger. And no matter whose paths you cross, it's an opportunity to connect that God part of ourselves with each other. And that's what I live for.